What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? Just real quick, because honestly, mind you, it just came back today, and they only gave us 3 episodes. I understand why y'all just couldn't give us the whole full season, in one fell swoop. If y'all gonna do that, what was the point of breaking up the episodes? Well, the season to the first part being 1 through 7, and then giving us episodes 8 and 9, and then the reunion. I feel as though, if I have to give my overall opinion from what I said in the first part of this whole review, whatever, talking about the season, it was horrible. Okay, it was horrible. I've been seeing a lot of chatter online and everything. Ooh, I'm at work, y'all. I'm trying to multitask, but I've been seeing a lot of chatter, a lot of TikToks and all this stuff about, the goings ins and the going ons about the whole season and whether or not people were really there for the right reasons. I know there was some talk saying that Brittany was there to promote her business, and if she was, I wouldn't care, okay, because I really feel like Brittany was played dirty. It comes to a point where there was a lack of diversity, and I already mentioned this. There was a severe lack of diversity, and no one chose Brittany. So therefore, I'm here so that I can experience what it's like to be in a trial marriage or be in a marriage or whatever. I can't really do that because the person that I am given and being made to be with is not somebody that I would necessarily choose, because obviously we could tell that Brittany likes masculine women, or masculine presenting women, studs, you know what I'm saying? And studs are for black people, not white, not none others, okay? She didn't have that option, okay? She didn't have that option. And it's unfortunate that she didn't have that option, because I feel like she didn't really get the true experience of being in a trial marriage, but she got the experience of being emotionally connected to someone and to have somebody just, be there for her, be her soundboard and all of that. And I do love the fact that her and Marissa are still friends, because I follow them on TikTok. Girl, I messed around and followed both of them, okay? And Marissa, girl, I'm so glad I just saw this video before I clicked on here to explain a lot of stuff that happened in the reunion, baby, because I feel like Marissa got the short end of the stick too, and Brittany did as well. And plus, there was nobody that was probably her type. We have to put that in perspective as well. 9 out of 10, Brittany probably wanted to be with somebody that was of color, melanated, you know what I'm saying? And I guess the closest thing to that was male, because it looked like she's probably of Hispanic or Latino descent, but there was no black people on there, okay? So she got the short end of the stick, and AJ, she couldn't wait to just go ahead and talk to this person, that person. AJ was just a little bit too friendly. Honestly, when it comes down to it, I really don't have a problem with AJ. The only thing that I did have a problem with is the fact that you getting your feelings, and I understand it's more so like a insecurity type of thing, and we all have insecurities or whatever, but I understand wanting to be in a relationship with someone, and if you want to take that next step of being married and all of that stuff, you want to have everything together, and you want to be able to be a provider and not have your partner just be the provider or be making more than you or doing more than you, and it seems as if you're not doing enough and you're not enough for them, and that they're constantly working and not putting you first or whatever. But baby, all I gotta say about that is, girl, go get a job. Go get a job, go get a hobby, go get something, okay? Because it was irritating. And then that lady bought you a house. Girl, I'll shut the hell up and let her do what she got to do. And if she need me, you need me to do what? Okay, I'm coming. That's it. Meanwhile, when it all boils down to it, episode 8 and episode 9 basically was, first of all, episode 8 was just them getting back together, okay? Going through emotions or whatever. Really wasn't much. It really wasn't much. Episode 9, the only thing that I found really disheartening about this episode 8 was the fact that Dana and Megan were back together. I said, girl, what? After all of that, y'all still gonna get back together. It just would not have been me. I'm so sorry, y'all. I just wouldn't have been able to do it. The way that they speak to each other. Dana is very manipulative, and at this point I'm seeing Megan in a different light, and it's like, is she being manipulated or taken advantage of, or is they doing the same thing to each other? Are they gaslighting each other? At one point it was like, I see exactly why y'all are together, but to have that conversation with Haley and to lie and say that you never said that you loved her or that you was in love with her when everything was recorded and they played it back saying that you did, that was crazy. Okay, just say Dana got to you, and basically convince you to stay, because otherwise, she wouldn't have. And the way that Dana was acting, like, if my partner told me all of this, I don't think I can forgive this or whatever. Okay, well, if you can't forgive and you're going to keep on thinking about it, why do you still want to be with Megan? Okay, I don't understand their reasoning of being together and going through all these issues after only being together for a year and a half. All right, but that's neither here nor there. So basically, we just gonna fast forward to Ultimatum Day. Ultimatum Day, Ashley and AJ, well, Ashley and Brittany, or I should say Brittany and AJ, they got together. They of course got married, or they got engaged. Okay, cool. I was happy about that. Kyle and Bridget, they got together. They're cool. They said yes to each other. Haley and what's her name, Pilar, they went on ahead and said yes to each other. Haley said, girl, I ain't fucking with Megan no more. Like, I just really ain't got it in me. Up that bitch. That bitch is just, she tried to play me and all this stuff. The way when Haley and Megan were talking at the final mixer, where they all got together, right? And then you saw Dana and Mel go over there and they had a little conversation and all that stuff. And Dana was over there telling Mel that, Haley was up there being manipulative and all that stuff or whatever. I said, it take one to know one. That girl was not manipulating her. That girl wasn't doing nothing. Your lady was telling her everything that they was telling each other the same thing. They both felt things for each other that y'all wasn't getting from in y'all relationships. So, like, that just told me the type of person that Dana really is. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it for her. She's a terrible person. And truth be told, at this point, I'm kind of thinking that Megan might be too. Because, girl, stand up. It's like, do you have a humiliation kink or something like that? Because I just can't be with a person like her. I just can't be with a person like her, and then you have people who literally would be out here willing to treat you right and give you exactly what you need and look beautiful and all that stuff, but yet you choose to stay with this woman who is putting each other through the ringer. And I can't just put it all on Dana, because it's Megan too. They're bouncing off of each other the same goddamn energy, and it's just really toxic as hell. But yeah, they wound up staying and getting together and getting engaged. Mind you, before this, Dana went to go meet up with Mel, right? And Mel wanted, I really feel like she wanted Dana to say that she wanted her. And I feel like she wanted to give the ring that she said that she had. She wanted to give that to Dana. Dana didn't choose her. Like I said, just sitting there looking stupid as hell. Okay? And so you get that. And what really disturbed me about this is not even that Megan and Dana said yes to each other. It's the fact that Mel and Marie said yes to each other. And then it was I'm saying that I want to marry you right now. Tomorrow may be a different story. But then it may be different from that the next day. And then different from that the next day. I don't need no shit like that. Okay? And she was like, I could give you what you want, but I don't want to give you false hope or whatever, and say one thing and not do it or whatever. Then don't do it at all. That's basically what I was getting out of it. Do not do it at all, because that's not reassuring. I mean, it's real as hell to say that well, today, yeah, I feel like I would want to marry you. But then tomorrow I could wake up and be like, nah, I'm not feeling it. And then the next day I could wake up and be like, sure, we get that. But baby, sometimes we're being a little bit too real, okay? And we're on this show and people are judging and you're playing with her emotions, okay? And I mean, it's been stories out and allegations against Mel and her prior cheating, allegedly, prior cheating to them being on the show. It's been allegation that all of this shit is staged or whatever. I don't know. But when it comes down to the reunion, I really didn't give a damn about anything else. Okay, Brittany and Ashley, well, Brittany and AJ, they look beautiful together. I'm not even gonna hold you. They look beautiful together. Dana and Megan, girl, whatever. The part that got me, I didn't give a damn about Cole, what's her name, Cal, and Bridget and her mullet. It just bothers me so much. Marie and Mel, they're broken up, okay? Marissa and Ashley was the only one that kind of surprised me a little bit, that they did not say yes to each other, or at least Ashley didn't say yes to say she wanted to truly get married to her. And honestly, I kind of respected that, because it's like, I'm not going to just say this to save face. I'm going to give you the truth. Like, I don't feel like I'm there. I can't give you all of the stuff that you want, and I feel like I'm already exhausted giving you everything. And it's like, what more do you want? And I don't know how to give that to you, whatever it is that you're looking for, because I'm thinking that I'm doing everything right. And so I can understand that. But when it got down to that reunion, baby, they still not together. They tried to, like, you know how it is. And let me tell you something, in lesbian world, I'm pretty sure this happens in the hetero world too, but in lesbian world, it's just the relationship between women is just really like tense. It's so highly emotional, and it's so, oh, I'm so sorry. It's just so like, oh, it's roller coasters. It's so like deep, okay? Even the smallest connection is deep for some people, for a lot. And sometimes it is very, very, very hard to let that connection go. Even if you know that, oh, we don't need to be together, or something happened that you break up and you can't stand this person anymore. Sometimes, talk about that, spin the block, that bitch still gonna be in the, and she gonna be in the corner some way, somehow. She gonna pop back up, okay? She gonna pop back up, you know. Y'all may try to get back into a relationship and it still may not work. You probably think that you're just better off as friends. You still just can't really let that bitch go, okay? And then you'll probably still be messing around with each other even when you're in a relationship with somebody else. It just happens, okay? It takes a long time to get over it, especially if it's your first or something like that. Oh yeah, it takes a long time to get over it. But they're not together. They tried to. Then, oh, the way Marissa tried to explain it, and I believe her story, especially after seeing this interview that she did talking about what happened with them trying to try again, and then Ashley denying that they were in a relationship when Marissa had told her that her grandfather was passing, you know what I'm saying? Her grandfather was dying, or had just died, and Ashley wasn't there for her. Come to find out, there was somebody that said that they saw Ashley on the pier with some girl named Maddie or whoever, and they had a picture of them and they were cozied up. They were literally together, mind you. Marissa and Ashley were supposed to be together, and you know, she was trying to call her, texting her and telling her what was going on about her grandfather, who eventually passed, and she never answered the phone. And once she finally answered the phone, a couple of days later after the grandfather passed, she's talking about somebody that took a picture of her. She said, I feel like somebody had took a picture or whatever, I need to tell you about this or whatever, not even mentioning the grandfather that passed. That's what she was concerned about, somebody taking a picture, you know. And I felt that was totally fucked up. And then she was cool with Mel. So when you saw the reunion and Ashley had ran out crying and Mel went over there trying to comfort her, she basically was using Mel as the, you know, her wingman or wing woman or whatever, the one that was gonna lie for her and say that, you know, she wasn't this or she wasn't that. That's why Mel was coming at Marissa as if like, were y'all really in a relationship? What went down? And I'm like, why are you in their business? And the same thing that really bothered me about this whole thing too was when they talking about their relationship in the conversation, no one else is interjecting in anyone else's relationship when they were talking. Okay, everyone had the floor when it was the couples. Okay, so AJ and Brittany were talking, they let them talk. Cal and Bridget was talking, they let them talk. Dana and Megan, they let them talk, unless they was being spoken to somebody else as well that was involved in their situation. When it came down to Ashley and Marissa, I did not understand until this day. It's the same day, till this moment I should say. Why was Marie interjecting so much, and why was she going so hard? We never saw Marie and Marissa have that type of interaction with each other to even give an opinion about her relationship with Ashley. We never saw Ashley and Marie have that level of interaction with each other or kinship or friendship or whatever to even give an opinion about their relationship. And it wasn't even put to the floor to the public, or I should say to the group. The host was talking to Ashley and Marissa. Them two are trying to explain and talk it out about what happened and give their perspectives on what went down with the date and the grandfather and all this stuff. And here come Marie interjecting. Were you together? Well, did you did this? Did you did it? And I'm sitting here like, and she was so angry with it too. I said, girl, what the fuck is going on? And even Marissa was like, girl, this is my relationship. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, and she continued to do that. Now, let me tell you something, Marie, you got the right person. You got the right person. And I don't know if you thought that Marissa was weak or whatever, but if you would have did that with anyone else, and the bitch that looked like me, okay, you would have got your ass cussed out. You would have got your ass cussed to clear out, and I would have played all your shit out, because why are you interjecting in someone else's relationship and it has nothing to do with you and you were not present for it? You knew nothing that was going on. Okay, we trying to find out the info from them just like everybody else is. Won't you just sit there and stew in your bitterness until it gets to you and Mel? Okay, Mel, you's a dirty bitch, all right, because you was lying for Ashley, come to find out, according to Marissa. And then when Marissa, and that's why I was already feeling this way, but I was team Marissa. Okay, now let me tell you this, and this may sound a little insensitive, this may sound a little cold-hearted, but I understood exactly where Marissa is coming from when she said what she said. I mean, she took it back because, you know, she was saying it out of anger, but a bitch like me would have meant that shit wholeheartedly, because I don't say nothing that I don't mean. Girl, when she brought up her grandfather, here come Ashley, and my grandmother is dying right now. My grandmother is dying right now. And she said, I don't give a fuck. And you don't care. She said, no, I don't. I don't give a fuck about your grandmama dying. I said, bitch, you know what, Marissa, you all right with me. Now, I know it's going to be some people that say, girl, that was wrong as shit. That was wrong. She ain't had to say that and all that stuff. Tomatoes. Okay? You didn't give a damn that her grandfather was dying, and you didn't give a damn that her grandfather died because you didn't even call her on the day. You didn't even return the phone calls. You didn't even return the text messages. You called her to talk about some goddamn person that was taking a picture of you with somebody that you shouldn't have been with because you were supposed to be with Marissa. And then want to say, let's go down to Florida or whatever. Girl, please. Okay? Girl, please. And then you want me to feel, because she did that shit for the manipulation. You know, it's like, well, my grandmother is going through it too, so what? Feel sorry for me. Okay, well, my grandfather died. You said nothing, and you want me to give a damn about your grandmother and trying to make her feel guilty, throwing out this guilt trip type of shit. And it didn't work. It didn't work, okay? And they was like, oh, Marissa, you going too far. You going too far. You ain't go far enough for me, okay? Because I would have laid it all the way out. And then you heard what Ashley said, and she wanted to see you. No, she don't get that. You messed it up. I'm that type of person, okay? Once you fuck me over, baby, I don't give a shit about anything that got going on over there with you anymore. I don't care if we had a good relationship with your family or whatever. I'm the type of bitch, I need to cut you off cold, and that means everybody associated with you. Some people will be like, I can't stand your ass, but I do still love your family, and I still kick it with them. I'm not that type of person. If we ain't got no connection, if you hurt me deeply like that, baby, it's over and it's done with. You could have literally just simply, if you did not want to get on the phone with her and you still want to be out here philandering, okay, and throwing puss here and there, what you could have did was just sent a text message back and said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll call you later because I'm in the midst of something, but I just want you to know that I do care about you, and I'm so sorry, and I will be getting back to you. So don't think that I don't, but I just can't get on the phone right now. But I'm so sorry." You could have did something like that. You could have did something like that, but no. Okay, then you got Mel running after her. Meanwhile, Mel, you up here with Marie and y'all ain't together no more. Marie, I don't even feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you. You wanna know why? Because again, it was allegations of her cheating already. You could just look at Mel and tell that she ain't no good. That lady was just telling you all of this stuff and you knew it. You knew it. And I want Dana and Mel to stop lying and acting like y'all ain't do nothing together with each other. Okay? You and Mel did something together just like Megan and Haley did something together. And the only difference is they admitted it. They admitted it, and y'all too pussy too, okay? But hey, it is what it is. Mel, she ain't shit. Marie, you just feel when she was like, and she made you them broccoli. She made you no Brussels sprouts, right? Did you like the Brussels sprout? Dana said, "Well, girl, what the fuck they got to do with it?" I'm finna get to it because who taught you how to make them Brussels sprouts, baby? It don't take a rocket science to know how to make the Brussels sprouts, especially if you know how to season them well and all that shit. But I mean, I guess I said, what point are you trying to make? Okay, oh, she fixed some Brussels sprouts. It's Brussels sprouts. It's not like it was oxtail like Brittany cooked for Marissa, baby. When Marissa said, Brittany cooked me some oxtail, and AJ said, "Oh my God, that was the one thing that I said. We said that you're not supposed to do it, whatever." And she said, "Oh, for real? Well, some leftovers." That shit had me so. I like Marissa. Okay, but yeah, girl, Dana ain't shit. Mel definitely ain't shit, and she was not remorseful about anything that she did. I kind of tuned it out, but I'ma just leave it here. Them trying to give the host all this praise or whatever, what she do? She ain't do nothing to deserve all that, but okay, cool, we want to be nice. But at the end of the day, how I feel about the show, I felt like they really missed the mark on this show. I felt, all in all, it was cute for the most part, but really it was kind of not good. The first season was way better. The first season felt way more authentic. This season it just didn't give me that. They have to do better with casting. We need a lot more diversity. We need a host that is actually queer, whether she's bisexual, whether she's pansexual, whether she's a lesbian. We need someone that's queer, okay? We need someone in the G, well, the L, B, and the T, okay? We need somebody that's queer to host the show. I just need a little bit more realness from the couples and more diversity and all of that stuff. But yeah, the production, it just felt overproduced. That's what it was. It felt overly produced. Almost as if it's like, cut, go back and do that scene again. It felt like that. And you can kind of tell and feel it. But this breaking the season up like this, it wasn't needed. We could have got all of this done in Pride Month. We could have watched the whole thing in Pride Month, okay? But yeah, it was a letdown. It wasn't nothing. You guys, if you watched it, you guys tell me how you felt about the last of the episode and the reunion especially. And I will see you guys later. Peace.